Shalom everyone, my name is Jacqueline Luce and I welcome you all to this new video in our channel Youth Pilgrims. So today I will be talking a little bit about the cross. But before I begin, I would like to ask you guys some questions. Have you ever thought about the story behind the symbol of the cross? Or have you ever wondered how did it become a symbol that was recognized by many people? So I will start by mentioning that the cross can be found in various nations. For example, Egypt, Rome, and Mesopotamia. The symbol of the cross varies in different forms. There are crosses in a circle, others with arms circling around them, and the cross that everyone knows as the lowercase t. In Egypt, the Ankh was one of its most recognized symbols, discovered from the early dynasty of 3150 to 2613 before the Messiah, known as the Key of Life or the Cross of Life. The Ankh was an ancient hieroglyph whose meaning was life. The symbol itself was used as a talisman and can be seen being held by their Egyptian gods and pharaohs. The symbol was also associated with the god Ra, god of the sun. In Rome, the symbol of a cross in a circle, or solar cross, can be found in their coins as early as 2400 before the Messiah, usually accompanied by a horse or by the Roman sun god Sol Invictus, who was symbolized by a sun or by a chariot with 1 to 4 horses. This symbol was also considered to represent the 4 seasons, which was also associated with the change of light from the sun on the earth during its orbit. During the Bronze Age, the symbol was attached to the chariot of the sun god. In Mesopotamia during the years 888 to 855 before the Messiah, the sun god Utu was represented by a sun disk, composed of a circle with a cross, each point of the cross pointing to the 4 cardinal points, and rays of the sun. In addition to the symbol, Utu had the sun as a symbol, who for ancient Mesopotamia was the giver of life. So for them, the sun also represented the life. Like Sol Invictus, it was believed that Utu also had a chariot, with which he would emerge from the gates of heaven each day at dawn, riding through the skies before returning inside the doors of heaven. The symbol of the swastika, turning to the right, was an ancient religious icon in the cultures of Eurasia. In the Western world, the swastika was a symbol of auspiciousness and good luck, until in World War II the Nazis took that shape as their symbol, causing most people in the West to associate that symbol as a symbol of Nazism and anti-Semitism. The swastika continues to be used as a symbol of good luck and prosperity in Hindu and Buddhist nations such as Nepal, India, Mongolia, China, and Japan. In Hinduism, the swastika symbolizes Surya, which means sun, prosperity, and good luck. As you can all see, the symbol of the cross varies in forms, but what is constant is what it represents. Usually the symbol of the cross represents a sun god or just a sun. Now, in addition to these pagan origins and meanings, the cross has another connotation. The cross itself was a cruel method of torture. It was an instrument of execution used by the Romans, which the slaves, deserters, and pirates were impaled on, either for being evil criminals or for having committed a crime that at that time was punished to death. These criminals were executed in inhumane ways for the best torture and a slow death. The cross was nothing more than a sharp stake driven into the ground where the prisoner was impaled. By most, it was used to kill people, and to them, it was nothing more than a symbol of shame, ignorance, and disgrace. Now, we may have heard that Yeshua, or Jesus as he's commonly known, was crucified on a cross, but in reality he was impaled on a stake. It never said in the Bible that it was on a cross. We see this in John 19 verses 16 to 17, where it talks about the death of the Messiah. In verse 16, the word used in English is crucified, but in Greek 4717, in accordance to Strong's dictionary, it is the word staucho, which means to impale. In the next verse, verse 17, the word cross is used, but in the Greek 4716, it is stauchos, which means a stake or pole. So we can conclude that Yeshua was impaled on a stake. The word cross is a translation of the Latin word crux, which was translated from the Greek stauchos. Now, how did the cross become a symbol representing the Messiah's sacrifice? It all started from the era of Constantine I, who was the first Roman emperor to convert to Christianity. Before this, he was a pagan and worship his son God, Sol Invictus. During the Battle of the Milvian Gilia Romano Bridge in the years 300 after the Messiah, it is said that Constantine and his troops saw a gigantic cross in the sky. Then he had a dream in which Jesus Christ told him to use that symbol and to conquer for it. After winning several battles, Constantine associated these events thanks to the divine intervention of the Christian God. The New Testament, at that time, was translated into an ancient Greek dialect, and then translated into Latin. In Greek, the word cross is dauchos, and it was frequently abbreviated as daucho, which was later converted into the Christian symbol. Constantine ordered that all flags and weapons were marked by a symbol of the cross, and several historians mention that the symbols may have been short for stauchos or taucho or he, which was the first letter of Christos. Others say that the mark was also a hiro, an imposed monogram of Christos' first two letters. Before his death, Constantine succeeded in making the Christian religion the predominant religion in Rome, represented by the he, hiro, and taucho. As you can see, the cross has various forms, uses, meanings, as well as connotations. But why do I mention all of this? As young people and adults alike, there are times when we take practices or symbols and associate with them without really knowing what story is behind it. There are several artists, such as religious and Hollywood celebrities, who use the symbol of the cross to demonstrate their belief and their faith, causing several young people to adopt to these customs and follow in the footsteps of their idols. There are also times where people break their hearts when they see a cross, always associating it to their Jesus, and singing with much more force or crying with much more force than when there is no cross in presence. For us, as true believers, there is no need for a symbol, much less one that was established by a pagan man and was set as the predominant symbol of a religion. As Yeshua said in John 20:29, "Blessed are those who have not seen and have believed." We do not need to see any symbol, object, temple, etc. if we really believe. A false faith is simply led by emotions and it does not bear fruit. As can be seen in Leviticus, the Creator has always asked us to draw close to Him by giving our whole hearts and mind, with obedience and discernment between good and bad, and always bearing fruit by purifying our walk. He never mentioned that we approach Him by means of a symbol, much less the symbol of a cross. In addition, the symbol of the cross is for many nothing more than a symbol that they call the Holy Cross, to which they render worship, saying that they were saved by it, and that the cross takes care of all evil that may exist in the world. The cross itself is nothing more than an amulet, identical to the Egyptian amulet, the Ankh. Here, they are totally dishonoring the true reason for the sacrifice of the Messiah, that in addition to being sacrificed as a perfect offering so that our sins are removed, He died in order to intercede for us before our Father, and thus be able to obtain the ability to approach the Creator through Him as He taught us. We do not need idols, which are not only gods or saints, but are things to which we dedicate more time or we render worship and adoration. In Exodus 32, we can see a clear example of how the Creator hates that His people worship an idol, as the Israelites did with their golden calf, so much that He wanted to destroy them. Exodus 32:10. Let me alone, then, that my anger may burn against them to consume them. Besides Exodus, there are several other examples where the Creator expresses His wrath against His people when they go astray and worship pagan gods, creating them as idols for His people. This for us teaches us to stay away from what the world offers, from what they say is good when in reality it is bad. Worshipping a cross is the same as worshipping the sun or the sun god, and is like worshipping an instrument that was used for dishonoring criminals, when Yeshua was never a criminal. A true believer should actually detest the cross and not accept it as a symbol of his faith and belief. Isaiah 5:20, Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we upload a new video in English. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family so that they can learn the truth. If you have any questions or any new topic ideas for the youth, please write them down in the comment sections down below. Once again, thank you everyone and blessings.